Listen, on a list of amazing sandwiches, this one is at or near the top. Today, we're doing Cubanos. Let's get into it. What's up everybody, James with JB Sous Vide, and I'm so glad you're back. If it's your first time here and you're looking to up your sous vide game, you're in the right place. Hit that subscribe button down below to make sure you're here for some of the best sous vide content on YouTube. Today, we're diving back into the sandwich realm, and this one is always requested, the Cubano. Now, out of all my favorite sandwiches, this one might be the most perfectly put together. If you think about the perfect sandwich, it's all about proportions, and this one has it in spades. You just have to have that with the perfect ratio of ingredients. The Cubano has that, with the juicy pork, the crispy ham, that spread of mustard and mayo, the acidity from the pickles. It's all there, pressed into a nice crispy sandwich. Now, just be forewarned, this isn't gonna be the most traditional Cubano ever. As you can expect, in Texas here, we don't have that traditional pan Cubano bread readily available to us. But I'm gonna show you my version. And of course, we're gonna use the sous vide to make that pork shreddable, juicy, delicious, all for that Cubano. I'm not gonna go into depth explaining this pork method. I've got a link to the last video we did on this. Go check that out if you wanna take a look at this pork some more. But hey, let's get into it. All right, like I mentioned, that more in-depth look at this pork is gonna be on that previous video. But we're gonna chop our pork butt into large, manageable pieces here and place them in a big bowl. We'll then hit them with some salt, then some meat church, honey bacon barbecue rub. We'll add in a cinnamon stick, a couple of bay leaves here, one full onion, roughly chopped is fine. We'll squeeze a whole orange over top. We're also going to be leaving the rind in there. Now we'll mix it in, and we'll realize I didn't use a big enough bowl, but hey, we'll power through here. I ain't no quitter. We'll then take it over and vacuum seal everything into a pretty nice package like this. Make sure you watch out for that orange juice if you're going to vacuum seal, and leave some extra room with the bag. We're going to go ahead and drop it in the sous vide at 160 for about 16 hours. Make sure you use that lid for these long cooks. Okay, on to all the other ingredients here. We're gonna first make our spread. Nothing crazy here, just a mixture of mayo and then some mustard. We're gonna use a ratio that makes you happy. I like almost a 1-to-1. We're gonna mix that up, and that's about it for this. We'll move on to pan frying some ham to get it crispy. This is gonna be one of those crispy elements in the sandwich. We've heated this pan here to medium, and we're just gonna sear both sides to get that crisp in color. This is about what I was going for here. Okay, time is up on that beautiful sous vide pork, so we removed it and put it into this bowl. And we're just gonna use our hands here to shred it. Of course, we let this cool down on the table for like 10 minutes. You don't need to be handling 160-degree pork. Once shredded to your desired level, we're gonna portion it out how much we're gonna use for this Cubano. We'll add it to a sheet pan. We'll hit it again with that honey bacon barbecue. And we're gonna take it off here to the broiler to get it all nice and crispy. Now for the bread. Like I mentioned before, we don't have an abundance of pan Cubano here in Texas, so the next best thing we're going to use is French bread. It's got that soft inside with a heartier exterior. It'll certainly do in a pinch. We're going to cut it in half lengthwise, and we're going to toast those insides. Now that the pork's all crispy, it's time to assemble. Let's bring in our other ingredients. We've got our crispy ham here, some Swiss cheese, dill pickles that we've sliced lengthwise, and our mustard spread. We'll bring back our toasted bread and give it a spread of our mustard mix. Next, a layer of our Swiss, then our crispy sous vide pork, the ham, another layer of sauce here, now the pickles, Another layer of Swiss. And we'll spread some sauce on the top bun before putting it on top. Okay, we've come to the important part here. If you have a panini press, this is your time to shine. I don't, so here's how we're gonna press this. We'll add some butter to both sides of the bread here. We'll take it over to our flat top and arrange it over medium heat. We'll then take a cast iron pan that we've preheated in the oven, and we're gonna lay it on top. We'll let that press down and keep flipping until both sides are that great golden color. And of course you want that cheese nice and melted. Now for the payoff. As you can see, both sides here got pressed and beautifully crisp. We'll cut it on a diagonal because, well, those are the rules. I didn't make them, them's the rules. And a cross section for the fans. Now I'm hungry. Alright y'all, let's see how we did here. Look at that. Perfect layers, the proportions are there. Bread, crispy, perfect. Wow. That's got everything. Perfect Cubano flavors. That ham, the little crispy ham, the mayo and the mustard, just a delicious little tang there. Alright everybody, if you got something out of that video, go give it a like down below. Make sure you subscribe to the channel and go watch some of the other videos we got for you. I'll catch you on the next one.